ये रेडियो पाकिस्तान पॉडकास्ट है।
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Ali Kazmi, and today it's an International Women's Day, and for this purpose we have a very special personality with us, Ma'am Maha Zafar Qureshi with us. Ma'am,
Hi.
welcome to
Thank
the
you so
program.
much. Thank you for inviting me.
And before we talk about the International Women's Day, obviously, if I'm not wrong, you are teaching environmental sciences
Yes.
since last
10
8 years. Okay, and in arid agriculture and in International Islamic University?
Yeah, I am with International Islamic University since last 8 years, and before that I was teaching in Arid Agriculture University for like 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. So, as we are discussing about International Women's Day, today is a very important day for women actually. So, first of all, we would like to start from your struggle, your career, please.
As an opening note, I want to say that nature has chosen women for the most challenging and the most difficult thing, that is bearing a child. Nature has chosen women because they have capability to do anything. You just have to be confident. You should have confidence in yourself, and then your family, your surrounding, they give you the confidence to do whatever you want to do in your life. If I talk about myself, my family, they supported me a lot during my education. They gave me like free hand, whatever I want to do, whatever I want to study, whatever I want to pursue in future. So after completing my matriculation and then, FSC, it was a time to choose the subject for my bachelor's. And my father, he's also in the education field since like past 40 years. So you have to choose your subject. It's like your field. Whatever feels interested to you, you should adopt that subject. That time, environmental science was quite a new subject in Pakistan. It's like, I'm talking about 2008. So it was the time that climate change and environmental science, it was a very new subject, and no one knew that where it will take to be. Like, I was also confused, but I did my bachelor's from GC University, Islamabad, and I was very intrigued. I got very interested in the subject because it was new subject, and obviously it's the need of the time nowadays. Because our population is increasing and it is deteriorating our environment, and then climate change and the issues related to human health and overall ecosystem. So, and I got silver medal, and then I got admission in for my MS into NAST. Talking about like 2012, I got admission in my MS Environmental Sciences in NAST. And then after completing my coursework, you have to opt for your thesis, your research work. The topic that I chose, it was effects of air pollution on human blood cells. So there was not like a lot of work done on this in this field, particularly in Pakistan, because lack of funds, lack of resources and everything, it was quite a struggle. But my family, they were there to support me financially, morally, and it took like 1.5 years to complete my research. But alhamdulillah, the results were as desired, and I was able to publish the paper, like what are the health effects of air pollution. The samples were collected from Faisalabad, and like it was very laborious work. It was very hectic, but alhamdulillah, my family, my grandfather, my father, everyone supported me a lot. And then obviously my supervisors, my teachers from NAST, they were also a big support for me. And after completing my MS or MPhil, I applied in International Islamic University for the post of lecturer. And alhamdulillah, by the grace of Almighty Allah, I got selected. And I started my job in 2018 as a permanent lecturer there. My husband, because I was married at that time, my husband, he supported me a lot during all this journey, giving tests and then demos and then interviews. And before marriage, my family was my biggest support. And after, I'm blessed that my husband, he is with me at every stage. And I'm very blessed. Obviously, there were a lot of struggles and a lot of time that I wanted to quit. I don't want to continue, but he was there just to encourage me that you should pursue what you want to. And after starting my job, I took admission in PhD.
Okay.
And I started my coursework. And then when it came time again for choosing research topic, I choose the one that is the very difficult to continue in this country. For that, I had to move abroad. I was in US for 3 years. My husband supported me collecting samples here in Pakistan, and then he supported me there. He was with me there in US, and he was there at every step. So I was able to achieve my goal. Alhamdulillah, I just came back in September and continued doing a job in International Islamic University as lecturer.
Great.
Yeah.
So by this whole great introduction of yourself, we can assume that it is important to have a support from family.
Obviously, because we are family-oriented society. We do not live separately. Joint family system is the most dominant system in our society. And this is a blessing for us. This system is a blessing because you have a lot of support.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
So being a woman,
Yeah.
how challenging it is to work in a corporate society in different fields, in different departments. What is your take on it?
Obviously, when you are a female, you have limitation. Your working timings should be suitable. Then your working environment should be suitable. According to our religion, our cultural and society norms, everything should be suitable if you are a working lady. You only feel comfortable or at home when everything is quite right. You are mentally fit in that environment, and everything is supporting you toward your future goals. So in Pakistan, I think the females, they still are experiencing a lot of challenges when we talk about corporate sector or anywhere where they are working. So the working environment needs improvement because they are not only working, they are also tackling their usual routine at home. They have kids, they have to manage everything. So our women, they are fundamental or base of the society. If you want your society to flourish, you have to give the society the mothers that are physically and mentally healthy, and they are at peace and comfort, so they can grow up or groom the kids that are a useful citizen to your society. So our working environment, both the environment at homes and then the environment at workplace, they both need improvement so that we can support our ladies, we can support our women to excel in their field and to take care of the homes side by side.
Very right. And now we all know that education is a very important thing, and it is obviously directly proportional to both men and women.
Yeah.
So being a woman, how do you see an education rate in Pakistan for a woman? Is it getting easy, or are there problems?
Yeah, I have experienced that in universities, the female students are more as compared to the male students nowadays, and they are excelling in their respective field. Female students, they are very serious about, they are very goal oriented, they are future oriented, and they are very serious about their things.
Right.
Nowadays, they are excelling in each and every field. They are not inferior to anyone. They are trying to come forward. They are trying to excel in their future, in their fields. And I think we should support new generation. Not only in their specific fields, we also have to groom our daughters, our youngsters to be a modest lady, to be that exemplary lady that our religion want us to be. And our social norms and our cultural norms, they want us to be modest. And we should be modest and decent. Along with excelling in our field, we should know that our boundaries and our limits. So you have to keep both the things side by side. Your practical life, your work life, and then your home life, and what are the rules and regulation when you are living in a particular religion and society and culture. That is best practice.
Very right.
Yeah.
And you have also working experience abroad?
Yeah. 3 years I was in US. I was doing my research project there at University of California, Davis. I was attached with the National Institute of Health Sciences and California National Primate Research Center.
Right now. So how this International Women's Day actually being celebrated over there, and what is the difference in the celebration, and how easy or difficult things are abroad or here for
Everything,
the women?
for me, like everything has some pros and cons. So our society, it's entirely different from their society.
Right.
Our norms are different from their norms. So if I talk about freedom, if freedom is like you do not have to ask anything from anyone and you can do anything what you want, this is basically not freedom. Freedom means that you can execute what you want, but there is some caretaker on your back.
Absolutely.
It's not the concept there. They are living their lives separately, and I think that the mental stress the women in Western countries they are facing is way more as compared to the women, the stress that Pakistani women bear. I'm talking about the mental stress. Why?
Okay.
Because in Pakistan, most of the ladies they're like housewives. They just have to maintain their house, taking care of the kids and their daily routine. They do not have any kind of financial stress. Financial stress is the main stress nowadays, inflation and competition and everything. And I think I'm not against this thing, because religiously and culturally this is a norm. Like women, she is at home, she is tackling the things like home things, daily routine, and then man is outside home earning, supporting financially his family. But there they have to split up their bills, they have to do everything like individually. So women are equally involved in the financial things. So their mental stress, and then our family system, it's very much better as compared to the family system in the Western countries.
Right.
Like mostly there is a concept of single parents. They are single parents, or being single parents, it's very difficult. Maintaining financial life and then taking care of kids issues and then home issues and different things, it is very difficult. Here we have our family system, we have like grandfather, grandmother, and then different relatives that can take care of our kids if we are busy with something. So our norms, our culture, our society, it is much more comfortable as compared to the social norms and culture in abroad.
So, okay, very good reply. So, in the context of Pakistan, actually, if we talk about our country, what are the challenges in particular that the women actually faced? People actually wants to know about it.
Yeah, actually, there is something that we call mental health. Here we have different kind of issues like misunderstandings at your end, like at home level there are misunderstandings, there is lack of communication. Our system doesn't allow like freely communicate with your elders, we freely communicate to your partner, so these kind of thing, the women, they are unable to share their feelings, they are unable to share if they are facing any problem like freely to their partner or their respective family members. I think this kind of stress, and then we do not we are not very concerned about the women health. They are not taking proper diet, and then they do not have proper physical activity that is very necessary for everyone, not only for women, for men also, to eat properly, to have proper nutrition. Like you should have physical activity, and then you should have your friend circle, a circle in which you can share your things, so that you do not have that mental stress that you are unable to share anything with anyone. I think these things need to be improved in our society, so that the women, you should give them confidence that they can share anything with their family member, so that they do not have to share it with anyone else, or they should not get into any problem. They are confident enough to share the situation, to share anything, any problem within their family, and they solve it in a wise manner. So these things need to be improved.
Okay, right. And as you were talking about the mental health, the
Yeah.
issues,
Yeah.
so in particularly here in Pakistan,
Yeah.
how much work it is going on to counter this issue for women?
I don't think so that much of the work is happening at this stage, because when we talk about mental health, it's like overall mental health. But whenever women, it goes through like giving birth process, there is postpartum depression, and then anything that is concerning to that particular woman. We do not have any support system for it. We do not have any counseling system for that. In Western countries, they have like proper counselors, they have psychiatrists, then they have doctors that help those ladies to come out of their traumas. Then they work on their nutrition. They provide them with nutrition. Like there are free food programs, and they take care of their ladies. I think these kind of programs should be initiated in our country as well.
Okay. And the last few questions, there are very important. Well, there are lots of field in which women,
Yeah.
they are coming right now. We can see in sports, we have women cricket team in Pakistan. What I mean to say that still there are some professions which are quite a kind of alien type of professions right
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
in the country.
Yeah.
People usually don't take interest. So what is your take on it about the women coming in the sports?
Actually, I think we should be a little bit more broad-minded. We should accept the things, and if our young generation want to come into the sports or anything that any field that they choose, we should support them. We should be there on their back, so that they can pursue whatever they want to. We are very much bound in our cultural and spiritual norms. They should be there, but there should be a space of acceptance. If there is something new and there is no harm for our new generation to accept that thing, then the older generation or elder generation, they should also accept that thing and support their new generation to be in that field, and they will obviously excel if they have the support from family, friend, and people in their circle.
Very right. So sports is something that women should adopt to.
Obviously, it is very important for your physical health, your fitness, and then your mental health. Outdoor activities, they are very important.
Okay. And ma'am, the last message we would love to have from you, that any message you would like to give to the people that are listening.
Yeah, as I earlier said in the start of the interview, that women, female, they have capability to do anything, whatever they want to do. They should have confidence and then the support from their family, but a woman should be modest and should be decent. So so she can be a very useful citizen of the society, because she has to groom, she has to bring up the kids. And if she is educated, and if she is well understood about different scenarios that are in the society, and she is mentally and physically fit, only in that case she can bring up a better society.
So the message is very much clear that the support is important for the women to come up in this society with a high note. And ma'am, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for inviting
being
me.
with us.
Thank you so
And
much.
we are hoping to see you back with
Yeah,
another
inshallah.
important discussion.
Inshallah.
So hopefully you people would have enjoyed this discussion on International Women's Day, and we will be right back with you people with another very important discussion in the coming days' time. Till then, it's a very goodbye.
ये रेडियो पाकिस्तान पॉडकास्ट है।